Hello and welcome to our Parisian nook. I'm so glad you could join me today. If you've followed this channel for a while, you know my obsession with maximizing style and comfort in a compact space, inspired by the incredible flair of Parisian interiors. Today, we're talking about a challenge that resonates whether you're in a chambre de bonne in Paris or a cozy apartment in New York or Toronto. We all want our small spaces to function like larger ones, offering zones for sleeping, working, and living. But when you only have a few hundred square feet, creating distinct rooms seems impossible. This is where the Parisian sensibility truly shines, and specifically, where one classic, versatile piece of furniture comes to the rescue. Parisian studio decor: how vintage screens create sophisticated zones in small homes. Parisian apartments, especially the small ones, often have this incredible je-ne-sais-quoi. They feel curated, lived in, and surprisingly functional, even when they're tiny. One key to this success is a different approach to space. Instead of seeing a small rectangle of floor area, Parisian design often sees a blank canvas for clever zoning. The goal isn't to physically separate spaces with cumbersome walls, which would make the area feel even smaller. Instead, it's about creating psychological zones using furniture, color, and texture. This allows the space to feel cohesive and large, while still providing clear-cut functions. The folding screen is the absolute master of this technique. To really understand the genius of the folding screen, let's take a quick stroll down history lane. While the idea originated in China centuries ago, it was the French who truly popularized and refined it during the 17th and 18th centuries. In the grand, sprawling chateaux, the problem was often too much open space and significant issues with drafts and privacy. Folding screens, or paravents, were initially developed to create private nooks, block cold air, and manage light. As living spaces in Paris became more dense and apartments smaller, this versatile, movable partition was adapted beautifully, proving just as useful for defining spaces as it had been for providing warmth and privacy. When we hear folding screen, many of us jump to the classic 1940s film noir image of a woman changing behind one. And yes, they are excellent for that. But their utility goes far, far beyond just creating a private wardrobe area. A folding screen is a dynamic architectural element that can completely transform the layout of a room in seconds. It can divide, define, conceal, and decorate all at once. In a tiny studio, it's not just a prop, it's a crucial piece of functional art that works for you 24/7, providing structure and style in equal measure. This is the difference between simply possessing a screen and using it as a strategic design tool. Now, there are plenty of new mass-produced screens out there. But on this channel, we're passionate about authentic vintage charm. To truly capture that Parisian spirit, we want something with history, something that tells a story. A new, particleboard screen from a big box store just won't convey the same character. Vintage screens bring unique materials, artistry, and a patina of age that immediately adds depth and sophistication to your home. They look like they belong, like they've always been there. Let's explore why going vintage is not just an aesthetic choice, but also a nod to sustainability and genuine craftsmanship. One of the first decisions you'll make when selecting a vintage screen is the texture. And oh, the textures that Parisian screens offer. Do you prefer the sleek, glossy shine of lacquered wood, often found in Art Deco pieces with intricate chinoiserie or gold details? Or do you lean towards the soft, acoustic dampening quality of fabric-paneled screens, often covered in rich tapestries, vintage linens, or classic toile de Jouy? This choice sets the entire tone for the room. A lacquer screen adds drama and sophistication, while a fabric screen brings warmth and a sense of coziness. Vintage screens come in all shapes and sizes. You might find a tall, imposing 4 or 6 panel screen that acts as a major room divider. Or you might find a smaller, 3-panel screen that works beautifully to tuck away a corner. Pay attention to the form as well. Are the panels rectangular, or do they have elegant arched or segmented tops? This small detail significantly impacts the feeling of the space. An arched screen feels more feminine and soft, while straight lines feel more structured and modern. Don't be afraid of choosing a larger screen, even for a very small space. A tall partition can actually draw the eye upward, making the ceiling feel higher. Let's get practical. The most common challenge in any studio is defining the bedroom. You want your sleeping area to feel private and restful, not just a bed in the middle of your living room. A tall, 4-panel folding screen positioned perpendicular to the wall at the head of the bed instantly creates a dedicated sleeping nook. It hides the bed from view of the main living area, giving you a sense of enclosure and intimacy without closing off the space permanently. When you have guests, simply angle the screen slightly to provide privacy, and when you're alone, you can leave it partially open to enjoy the full space. To really enhance this bedroom feel with a Parisian touch, consider choosing a screen paneled in soft, textured fabric like linen, velvet, or even a vintage silk brocade. This adds acoustic insulation, softening sounds and making the area feel much cozier. You can also drape a beautiful vintage scarf or light throw blanket over the screen itself. The screen becomes an extension of your bedding and decor, instantly creating a boudoir atmosphere. It's an easy, non-permanent way to bring that romantic, layered French style into your sleeping space. For many of us, the home office is a necessity. But who wants to stare at a desk full of paperwork and tech cables while they're relaxing on the sofa? The vintage screen is your best friend here. If your office is tucked in a corner of the main studio, a screen is the ultimate solution. Simply pull it across your desk setup in the evening, and voila, the office disappears. This psychological separation is incredibly powerful for work-life balance in a small home. Out of sight, truly out of mind. When concealing a work zone, the screen's construction matters. A solid, opaque screen, perhaps in wood or deeply paneled lacquer, is ideal for hiding visual clutter completely. A screen with louvered slates or open fretwork won't work as well for this. The solid surface provides that necessary visual barrier. Think about the style. An Art Deco-era wooden screen with interesting relief carving would bring classic sophistication to both sides. A decorative element for your living area when closed, and a handsome panel for your workspace. Even in a tiny studio, having a proper place to enjoy a meal makes a huge difference. You might have a small bistro table in a corner, but it can feel like you're just eating in your living room or kitchen. A cleverly placed 2 or 3 panel screen can delineate this dining alcove. Place it to partially enclose your small table, perhaps in a corner near the window. This subtle division elevates a simple meal into an intimate dining experience, perfect for you or for hosting a guest. For a dining area, you often want to maintain light and a sense of open airiness. This is where you might choose a different type of vintage screen. Consider a screen with open cane webbing, fretwork, or even panels that use vintage mirrors. A screen with glass or mirror panels can subtly define the space while allowing natural light to flow through, making the alcove feel bright and welcoming rather than claustrophobic. The vintage patina on the glass or the weaving also adds immense character. One of the biggest issues in small apartments is the lack of a proper entryway. The moment you open the door, you're standing in your kitchen or living room, with coats, shoes, and mail often just spilling onto the main living area. A strategically placed, smaller folding screen right by the front door is a game changer. Position it to create a small hallway or foyer effect. It acts as a visual shield for the rest of your home, immediately creating a positive and organized first impression. This entryway screen is excellent for concealing the practicalities of life. Place your key hook, mail tray, and even a small basket for shoes behind the screen. Now, your coats can be hung neatly on a stand or hooks, also hidden from immediate view. The screen creates a functional mudroom where none existed before. When choosing this screen, you want something sturdy that can handle frequent movement and perhaps has an easy-to-clean surface, like a simple painted wood or durable fabric. Beyond its zoning power, a vintage screen is a powerful aesthetic object. In a cramped studio with minimal wall space for large art, a striking screen can act as a major focal point. It's essentially a movable, 3D piece of sculpture. Don't just hide it, celebrate it. Place an exceptional, tall screen along a bare wall to create depth and texture, even when it's not actively dividing a space. It breaks up large, plain vertical surfaces and immediately adds character and a sense of history. What happens when you have a guest? In a studio, hosting can feel stressful. This is where the folding screen truly earns its keep. Position a robust, tall, and highly opaque screen, like a 4-panel solid wood one, around a sofa bed or a temporary air mattress. This creates a completely private, temporary bedroom. Your guest gets their own enclosed space, and you can still access the rest of your apartment. This temporary room is a hospitality masterpiece in a small space. The real magic is often in the precise angle and placement. A screen parallel to a wall acts more like a decorative panel or a hidden storage spot. A screen angled perpendicular to a wall, however, creates a strong, distinct zone. A subtle Z-fold, where only one panel is fully extended, provides partial division. Play with the positioning until it creates the desired visual and psychological separation without making the space feel closed in or cut off from the light. Don't forget that screens can affect the light. If your studio is dark, choose a vintage screen with mirrors on its panels. Position it near a window to reflect light deeper into the room, creating an illusion of a larger, brighter space. On the other hand, if you get very intense afternoon sun, a solid fabric or wood screen is a fantastic mobile way to manage harsh light and create a shady nook to read or work, far superior to permanent heavy curtains that might make the room feel smaller. This is often overlooked. In a single open room, sound carries easily. A vintage screen, particularly one with fabric panels, like padded tapestry, velvet, or linen, can act as a great acoustic absorber. It won't make your space soundproof, but it significantly softens echo and absorbs harsh noises, making your tiny space feel much quieter and more tranquil. Think of it as a soft, stylish, and removable acoustic treatment. This is another favorite clever Parisian trick, using the back of the screen. Yes, a screen is decorative on the front, but it's a blank wall on the back. You can attach lightweight hooks, pouches, or even narrow shelving to the rear of a sturdy wooden screen. This provides discreet, vertical storage for jewelry, scarves, cables, or even office supplies, all hidden behind that gorgeous vintage facade. It is literally maximizing every inch. When sourcing a vintage screen, focus on quality materials. Solid wood is excellent for durability and can be easily repainted or refinished. Authentic cane or rattan panels bring texture and a lovely 1970s Parisian bohemian feel. Look for well-made joints and hinges, making sure they move smoothly. If it's fabric, inspect for tears or stains, though a skilled upholsterer can work magic. A truly great vintage piece will feel heavy and well-constructed, not lightweight and flimsy. Where to find these gems? The first place should be antique stores, consignment shops, and of course, estate sales in the US/Can or house clearances, UK/AUS. Flea markets, like a real Marque aux puces, are also fantastic. Online marketplaces like Etsy and local listing sites can yield amazing results. Be patient and specific in your searches. French vintage folding screen, mid-century rattan screen, Art Deco screen. You will find one that speaks to you. By choosing a vintage screen, you're not just saving a beautiful object from the landfill, you're also practicing sustainable design. New furniture production often comes with a high environmental cost. Vintage pieces were built to last, often using craftsmanship that is rare or extremely expensive today. You're inheriting a piece of history and bringing that enduring quality into your home. It's an investment in style that also feels good. This is part of the charm. A truly vintage piece of Parisian decor should have some character. Don't be put off by a few minor scratches on the wood or slightly worn fabric. This patina of age is what gives the screen its authenticity and prevents it from feeling like a sterile, mass-produced prop. If it's overly perfect, it often loses its soul. Embrace the history it carries. If you're unsure where to start, try this simple project. Identify one corner of your studio that feels cluttered or lacks purpose. Find a modest, 3-panel vintage screen. Place it to tuck away something simple, like a stack of books, your vacuum cleaner, or a collection of reusable shopping bags. Notice how that corner instantly feels more intentional and organized. This small change will build your confidence to tackle larger zoning challenges. Don't get stuck in the cycle of analyzing and overthinking. Finding your first vintage screen might take a while, but trust your gut. If you see a piece that you truly adore, even if it seems a little unusual or too large, go for it. Your home should reflect you and your personality, not a cookie-cutter catalog page. This kind of authentic self-expression is exactly what Parisian interiors are known for. I always like to share my own experience. My favorite piece is a 1930s screen with incredibly worn gilded gold paint and faded floral chinoiserie panels. It's not perfect by a long shot, but it brings so much joy and character. I use it to shield my small bookshelf and a corner where I store my camera gear. It turns a potential eyesore into a key decorative feature, and I couldn't imagine this space without it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this discussion has inspired you to reconsider the folding screen, not as an antiquated prop, but as a dynamic, stylish, and highly practical solution for your own small space. It's a quintessential piece of Parisian flair that truly creates sophisticated zones. Have you used a screen in your small home, or are you searching for one? Please share your stories, questions, or finds in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going and learn from each other. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you love all things Parisian and making the most of a cramped space. For even more inspiration, follow us on social media for daily tips on Parisian style and, of course, more incredible small space transformations. Have a wonderful day, and as always, happy decorating. À bientôt.